Good morning, villagers. Good morning. It's Friday. I don't know if the last Friday worked, but I thought my intro was pretty damn good on the last one. But hell, I can't redo the same intro twice because I can't read what I wrote. So, good morning, villagers. It is Friday, and as I said last time, you can speed on the highway. You can cut people off. You can give people the middle finger when you're driving. You can honk your horn. You can wave at people. You can make fun faces. Hell, if you're talented enough, you can even moon the cars as they go by you. Now, do I recommend any of that? That's at your own risk. But remember, it's Friday, so have a little bit of fun. As they say, when you go through a drive-through, pass it back, pick up the person's order behind you. We got birds. Brian Mansker, you're 17, come home, it's still skin and bones. It's been like that for a week. Daniel Herman on again. The Peebler's in the house. What's going on, ML Peebler? Our beloved Toronto Maple Leafs crapped the bed again in San Jose last night, which is perfect. Man, doing photos of the winners for the family show. Mike Green is with us. How's it going, Mike Green? I went through all the imports so far, the first group that come through. They're molten super heavy, which that is good because I know people always ask me how to wait, blah, 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 blah. How was all that? We're waiting for one guy to come on, Ian Sybil. What's next for the Pioneer Club? You guys want big numbers, maybe that's what we're going to have to do. When Ian Sybil comes on, we're going to move outside, but we got to wait. We got to wait for him. We got to wait for Mr. Sybil. As we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait, I'm going to be making my ham soup again. I still got leftover ham. Big Nance is looking for, she said, hey, make another couple bowls of that. So I'm going to do that this morning. What else am I going to do? Oh, there he is. All right. The prick is on. And I didn't mean that in a prick way. I meant that as a Ian, he's got a lot of wishes and dreams, my friend. Wishes and dreams. Shall we? Good morning from Virginia. Let's go out and see. We got the gift for Mr. Sybil. There he is. This morning we got up. We got up, and what do we get? Well, we got up, and what do we got? What do we got? Who do we got? What do we got? There she is. Mike Sheridan and Ian Sybil. Better late than never. The one and the only. The Whiplash. There you go. There it is. Back on the board this morning. There she is. Oh, Jeffrey, don't be so naughty. Naughty, Jeffrey. Naughty. We got to get the chickens out. Naughty, naughty, naughty. What's up, Peter? La-di-dee-dee, la-di-dee-da. Let's see her come in. Some people have already been picking up the birds. But the Whiplash is back. Only mistake the bird made all year. Is she worth bringing home and breeding out of her? Absolutely. Because I would bet you if I took her to the next race, she'd be right there on point. Let's see her come in. Let's see. She'll come in here now. Let me go grab her. There she is. Whiplash has made it. I think now we're at 81 or 82 birds to make it back. I will grab her for you. Let's see. I got to get photos done for Lusitano. Any birds that you guys want professional photos of, don't be shy. Let me know. They're 25 Canadian for a photo. Let's see how she feels. Not bad. A day of food and she'll be bounced. Oh, a day of food and she'll be right back up. There she is there. There she is. The Whiplash. Looks good. Her body's not bad at all. No bruises, no injuries, nothing. Feels good. Go. Ian, you're going to have to put Laguna to Whiplash and see what we get. I'm going to have to go here into the tickle trunk this morning. I got something for you, Peach. How's Warfighter and Peterbilt? They're there. They're right there. There's Warfighter, the mealy pied in the back. And Peterbilt's the black checker right over there, walking away from us. They're actually side by side right now. And there is Whiplash having some magic reindeer corn. We got to get the chickens out before old LMR loses his shit. Anybody who does, if you guys don't want your pigeons from the Pioneer, please let me know. Let's see, Ian, if he's still watching, will he leave Laguna and Whiplash in? There goes Raymond. We got to let these guys out before I get in shit. You know how Ricky 7 gets. Here, we'll show you them coming out. You guys can get the view of them. Give me a sec. Watch this, guys. Watch them come. I got to put the other chickens out here. While I get the other ones out, again, as I get the other ones out, you'll see the Silkies come down the magical, mystical ramp. Before I go back into the kitchen here this morning. Again, if you guys want to sell your Pioneer birds, let me know. Remember, if you're going to sell them, though, we need a pedigree, right? If you don't have a pedigree, you can't sell. It's just a waste. It's just a waste if you can't sell the little guys. Or without a pedigree, it's just a waste of time. What are you up to? What else do we got going on here? Chickens are out and about. We're going to take a moment here this morning. So, another one is back home. You know what that means, guys. When the pigeons come back home, they keep digging, digging, digging. Now, Whiplash makes this mistake. Some would say, oh, she's not going to be that good. You give her 10 days off, and I'll tell you. Look out, screws on. Give her 10 days off, put her back in a basket, she'd win a 400. Her body is still in real good shape. Very easy to rebuild that body. Nothing's really been taken off. Mansker. Oops, Mansker. Mansker Racing. I will take my bird back, but I will relay on your opinion when they are ready to ship back. Yeah, Brian, I was a little, not gonna lie. I think 17. Boy, it gave a lot. It went to the finals. It gave it everything it had. It come back, I think, what, on the Monday? Was it on the Monday? It just felt burnt. So some birds are better than others. They rebound better. It's not that it's a bad thing, just different. So don't take that in a personal way. I mean, hey, you know, It is what it is. Les Gerard is with us from the UK. Les, you gotta tune in Monday night for the family show. Congratulations, my friend. Jay-Z from New Jersey, he says, good morning from North Carolina, Pioneer family and friends. I came 16th place in the Sooner Challenge, 250 miles. Well, very good to you, Mr. Jay-Z. Mr. Jay-Z, that is good. So this week's family show, we're going to again talk pigeons. We're going to take a good look at the winning birds from the Pioneer. So we're going to look at the average speed pigeons. We are going to look at the H-point pigeons, and we're going to look at the master breeder pigeons. Again, as long as my photos are complete, I've been working my bag off editing them along there with Leah. We've been working to work to get them done. I got a big few months coming up ahead. A lot of travel, a lot of touring, a lot of yada, a lot of yada, a lot of yada, yada. So, how many are back now? We're just over 80 out of the 101. Yesterday we had them coming back. We've had every day between 1 and 3 come back. I think we're right now at about 83. I didn't put the clock on because I'm starting to move birds around. No, we feed the chickens everything. I mean, literally, we feed them pumpkin. We feed them salad. We'll feed them. I feed them the scraps off the ham. Uh, they eat anything. You want good eggs? Feed your chickens literally anything, and the eggs are even better. Again, that's just my opinion. You guys do whatever you want. You can feed them cat food, Old Roy, pigeon feed. They eat anything. Oh, well, you're going to tune in on Monday, aren't you, David Tracy? Come on, man. Hey, and congratulations, guys. In the Ohio Combine, Mr. Tracy, uh, he's in the top percentages there. And isn't it funny, David? Journey makes it back. An ace bird for you is Journey's brother. Okay, Journey was a pigeon that had Journey couldn't catch the break, but boy, she showed heart. Just a pigeon that kept finishing and kept finishing and kept finishing. The Nesmate's super. This one's a finisher. Now you could take Journey home, and she could be the breeder. That wouldn't shock me at all. And it's almost worth, if you have room, worth trying once. You know, one season, 6 babies, coupled maybe 2 to a one loft or 3 to a one loft, 3 to yourself. Chickens are like scavengers. Yeah, a chicken and a pigeon, they're a lot alike. Right now, Ricky's feeding them Rice Krispie squares or Rice Krispies. One thing about a chicken, man, I think like if you were on an island, you'd want a chicken. Like you'd want 3 hens and a rooster. And I think you'd be fine, man. Because you can get eggs and then you can eat meat. Morning, Don Meredith. Good morning. So lots of things that we're thinking for Pioneer next year. And again, I love an 8-race series. I love a 10-race series. I love a 12-race series. I love a 15-race series. What is the magic number, though? You know. Again, I thought the training was well. I liked our training this year. This year, I thought our training was the best of the years. Again, we'll always do in big groups. We will always do in big groups and go from there. Your pigeons in your loft, once you get them used to eating everything, they'll eat it too. You got to have them hungry enough, and you got to be willing to take them to that level, and they'll eat. But Troy is right. Like I said, in the wintertime, Richard will feed, a couple times a week, maybe a loaf of bread. Point should be for the main races. Well, the hot spot races, the reason why we left it for the hot spots, we added in the hot spots was because I didn't want to get people all screwed up. And you know what? It was a race from start to finish. We started paying out at 3 miles or 2.5 miles. And when you think about it, if you're paying out prize money, shouldn't the points kind of count a little bit? I mean, you take pigeons like Prince. They were winning money. And Fergus was winning money. And they were, at one point, they were the leaders of the points, man. They were leading by miles. It had people whooped. Then they just disappeared off the earth. And other birds took over. And then those birds that took over, they fell off. And more birds took over. I think maybe if I do the master breeder next year, it's just going to be a buy-in when you drop your birds off. Maybe. And I'll hold those for all the trainers and the what do you call it? The main races. Yeah. A lot of pigeons eat up points in the hot spots. We're not there in the main races. Yeah, but you've got to take, and again, you've got to take a look at the top 10 birds. The top 10 birds in the points, they found a way to keep in the hunt, to keep into the game. If you I will bet you if you take away all the points from the first 5, you probably have the same winners, pretty close. Well, maybe not the same, but those winners will be somewhere in there, real close. I would think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't matter what you do, you're still an asshole. Actually, guys, I'm not an asshole. Next year, I think we're going to do something much different for replacements. I think we've got an idea here. I've had to call some of the big guys up for that, and I've done that, and I'm doing that as we speak. We got some ideas for replacement birds. But make sure you have your teams ready. And I'm going to say teams, get your teams ready. Yeah. Well, I think if I combine the high points or the master breeder points, I would do it, I guess, for the trainers and the Legend of Wallace. Let me answer for you. Hold on, guys. Taking corporate here. Season's greetings. Hello. Hey, where are you calling from?
Sir, I'm calling you from the air duct cleaning services. How are you?
I'm doing very good. How are you doing?
I'm also okay. Thanks, sir. Actually, the reason of my call is to inform you that we're running a great promotion regarding the air duct cleaning services, and we are charging just a one factor for that. No hookup charges, no payment charges, and you will also get a natural sanitizer free. So, may I ask you about?
Okay, so I'm really interested in getting my ducts cleaned. I've got 4 houses.
How many?
Four.
It depends on the square feet of your house.
I've got 40 houses that I own that I need to get the ducts done and all. Each one is between 2,500 and 6,000 square feet. and I'd like to get them. I've been waiting for a call to get the ducts cleaned in all of them. What kind of price could you do for the 40 houses? And I'm looking for a bulk price here.
It depends on the square feet of your house. How many square feet of your house? 2,500 square feet.
Yeah, 2,500 square feet to 6,000 square feet.
Perfect, sir. Perfect.
Now, I'm thinking, when could you do these 40 houses?
Okay, perfect. So, like for your house, we're gonna charge you a flat rate of $99.99 for the whole house. Okay.
$99. Okay, now is that $99 for all 40 houses?
Sorry.
I have 40. I own 40 houses. Could you do that for the 40?
No, like you
Okay.
have 40 of them, right?
40 houses, yes. 40. 40.
You have 40 houses.
I have
Brampton.
40 houses. Yeah, I'm in Brampton. That's where I'm at.
Which city you're locating?
Brampton. I'm right by the Hershey Center Arena. Right by the Hershey Center Arena.
No, we can't do that much. Like if you have your house, we can do that.
You only do one house. You can't do 40 houses?
Like we can do a couple of houses, like not that much.
Like,
it takes some time. Like all the houses we can do sometime in a week or so.
Okay, a week or so. Okay, so if I was to say to you, could you give me a price on all 40? You don't have to do it today. I'm saying before Christmas, you know. How much would you charge me per house?
Like we're gonna charge you 99. We can give you a discount on that. All the houses are
$99 per house. Okay, now does that include vacuuming?
Yeah, that includes that.
Okay. Any Windex?
Sorry?
Do you use Windex in the ducts?
I didn't get it. Like,
Can I ask you a question? What do you think about pineapple on your pizza? Do you like pineapple on your pizza? 40 houses and they just hang out. All because you couldn't answer a simple question. You know what? Me and my mom, we love pineapple on our pizza. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Those who eat pineapple on their pizza are creative. If you don't like pineapple on your pizza, I'll still be your friend, but I recommend today you try it. Better to have fun with them. Sure it is. He was, you know what? He started off at 139, was it? Once I told him I had 40 houses, some of them were 6,000 square feet. He dropped it to $99. Guys, remember, the price they give you, you can finagle. And I wasn't even finagling at that point. I just got him off the phone for you. I was willing to let him come here. And do we have ducks even in this house, Mom? Did you want to get them cleaned? They were cleaned? Did we get these people to do it? Hawaiian pizza, see? Look at this guy knows it. Hawaiian pizza. Now, secret guys, if you're making your own Hawaiian pizza and you want to have a little extra flavor, cut the pineapple into steak size round pieces, core and all, put them on the grill, barbecue them, put some brown sugar, barbecue them, take them off, chop them up, put that onto your pizza. Good ham, always remember good ham, lots of cheese, and bacon. Don't forget the bacon. Remember, the salt, the sodium, it's going to clog the arteries. It's going to plug you up. It's going to raise that heart rate up. But at the same time, your mouth is going to have an explosion of flavors. Just like the government can't answer a simple question. David Tracy is right. They can't ample. Did you see that? See my broken English? They can't answer a simple question. Uh-oh, here we go. This is my girlfriend, Mary Cavender. She's taking us to Sugar Maple, the Sugar Maple buffet in Pennsylvania. Monday night, we're going for steak dinner. We tried calling you to let you know to send Jack back, but number says blocked. Blocked? Well, I wouldn't. Of course, I'm going to send it back to you. I would have never blocked anyone's number. Send me a message or whatever. Yeah, we wouldn't have you blocked, Mary. I don't. We don't. I don't block any numbers. There's only a couple people I block, and I don't even block the air duct cleaning people. So Jackie, we will send back 100%. Don't worry. So on that note, again, if the air duct people call you, have some fun with them. We're gonna send Jackie back. Also, the greens. Do you want your birds back? I got you. I got you. Yeah, you're gonna get yours. We'll wait to send yours with the imports. Tracy's probably same for you with the imports. Jay Z, let me know what you want to do with yours. Oh, the only listen to what old Trace is. The only people who put pineapple on their pizza also use ranch dressing instead of blue cheese for chicken wings. Now you see, this is where Tracy, our cheer captain leader, this is where she loses points because number one, no, we like the creamy garlic dipping sauces, or we like a blue cheese dipping sauce for our wings and our pizza. My favorite for chicken wings is blue cheese. There is nothing like blue cheese dipping sauce. I don't know why, but it's like peanut butter and jam, you know? You should start a cooking channel. I don't know if I could start a cooking channel. I don't think I cook that good. Okay, no problem. Mike and Heather, I figured that. So I'm going to send them. And again, you guys that are getting the birds back, I'm going to send them back in good widowhood crates. Hopefully you guys are going to participate next year. You can use those crates again. So like for David Tracy, you're going to get a 12 bird crate. Green, you're going to get a 12 bird crate. People that are participating, Mary, if you guys are coming back next year with a team, and you want to use the crates that we have, I'll send them back in the widowhood crates, and you guys use those. It's the safest thing to use. It works great. You can get your young birds used to it. Leave the dividers in. Don't ask for that shit in Buffalo. No, I'm not a rancher. I'm just ranch dip is good, but it's ranch dip is not for a chicken wing or pizza. What are you gonna do with the birds you don't want back? I'm probably just gonna either auction them off or I might keep them in the loft for birds for next year. Just like you always see some of the old birds. They're good to use for breaking. They help teach the young ones. I might keep some around. It all depends. Sometimes we use them for switchers. Uh, but again, that really depends. It does. It depends. It depends on what I'm going to do or what we're doing. How about Monday Pioneer Show and Wednesday show and Wednesday variety show? So what are you thinking of variety? What does that mean, variety? Mondays and Wednesdays, maybe Mondays and Thursdays. I got to get back to doing my interviews with the European breeders. We kind of had a screwed up summer here at the end. We had a few things that went upside down on us. It was actually out of our control with my sister and that. Well, not a bad thing. It just sometimes things she couldn't be on. There were certain obligations she had to fulfill um, for some of her own things and things that we had to clean up from 5 years ago. So we were kind of tied up there. The shows are never as fun without Leah. I think Leah adds a really good dimension to the show. We are going to get her back on. She will come back. She was on the other day. So you just got to be patient with her. Don't worry. Anything goes. Yeah, we can do anything goes shows. Anything goes. Maybe that's a great name for the show. Anything goes. Anything goes. Not bad. Good name. So the text message was blocked. Huh. Well, Mary, when you're done, send me a message in Messenger, and then I know that you're talking, and then send me a text message, and I'll see if it comes through, or try calling me and see if it comes through, because I don't want people to be blocked. People to be blocked, that's not cool. Question. Do you guys like average speed or points, or would you get rid of average speed, or would you get rid of points? What do you guys think of a main big bang, meaning the main race, the big payout, all the big money? Here is the man, Alfred Colm Van Zorn. Hey, Alfred, I went through the birds yesterday. Your youngsters, they're molten heavy, which is good. It means the health. So we're letting them get through that. I'll be down there shortly to visit you. I handled a replacement bird that you sent. Wow, very nice, Alfred. There was one bird you sent as a replacement to a gentleman. Very nice pigeon. That's the type of quality Alfred is. But again, the young pigeon's quite nice. What was the mealy about? I didn't hear anything about your mealies. You guys just want to invite all the Pioneer family to my toga party tomorrow in Buffalo. I said to my mom, I said, we should go to Tracy's toga party in Buffalo. Hit me up. Remember, anybody in the Buffalo, Rochester area, you guys are welcome to go to Tracy's toga party. Again, Tracy's turning 31, and reminder, if you want to get in and you're not on the list, all you got to say is Pioneer and you're going to get in. You're going to get VIP treatment, all the booze you can drink. Again, Tracy sent me the photo of the bar. She's got her well stocked. And if you don't have a toga, don't worry. Tracy's going to supply you with one as well. When will the Loft Tour start up again? Ooh. We're getting on that. I might be leaving to Europe as early as next week. Not sure. I've got a lot of track to cover. This year's auction season is going to be a little different than last year's. Again, you guys have to be patient with us. This year, we want all the birds to be here. We want the birds for our North American clients to not have to wait. It's going to be different. It's guided more towards our Americans this year. So that's going to be a little bit different. And our Canadians, our Americans and our Canadians. But it's going to be guided towards that. You guys are going to get all the loft tours. Again, every auction that we host, you're going to see loft tours or sit-down interviews. And it may be some of the same people, but don't worry, we'll get some interesting footage with them. Are going to be new people? Yes, there's going to be new people. There's always new people. And Alf, I don't know what and my means, my brother. Oh, and you guys are going to have a great opportunity to meet Alfred. He will be here in Canada, and Americans, you can come to Canada. So if you are interested to come and meet the one and only Alfred, you're going to have that opportunity. Also, we may have Marco Mattis here as well. So we might just have a super load of super flyers here. Marco Mattis again, a Golden Doif winner out of Germany. Very hard to win the Golden Doif. I got to ask Alfred. Alfred, when are you going to go win the Golden Doif? That's when I want to see you win, Alfred. Your bird's nice. Again, molting heavy. When birds are molten heavy, they're nice, but you know what you're feeling. You're feeling all loose feather, right? Everything's loose. They're not tight, slick. I don't even like to bother them. Just give them the protein and leave them be, really. The more you fart around with them and that. I don't like it. But overall, the quality of the birds look good. Some I really liked. There's always some you like, some you're not as big a fan of, and it goes up and it goes down. But again, sometimes the best handling pigeons aren't the best performing or producing. They're not all perfect. But, hey, Alfred, did you see my final race there? Now that was a pretty damn good performance, wouldn't you say? And I only did a quarter or a half of what you fed. Next year I'll turn it up and do it the full method. But yeah, I thought that's fun. My European trips are always fun. You always learn a lot. Again, I've got Emil Denny's in January in Thailand. Got lots of stuff going on. Chicken was okay. Chicken was okay. Alfred, you want chicken? How much weight are you down now, Alfred? I'm not losing weight. I'm currently gaining weight. We've got a major issue here with leaves. The dogs are bringing in leaf scrumpets. I am going to start with my soup. And again, I recommend you guys make this soup. You guys will like it. But in order to make it, you're going to have to get, how do we say it? You got to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to trust me on it. Oh, chicken on the barbecue was great. Ask Dominic. Dominic won't be on today. He's at a show in Kentucky. 97 kilos. Ma, how much is 97 kilos in pounds? You're smart. Can I ask you a question? You know your flip flops that you got on? Could I just show the people? What you guys got to see this. This is the coolest thing. My mom. Look, hold on, don't move. Come into the thing. Look, my mom is practicing going to China. She's got flip flops on with socks. That's why we call her Big Nance. Now she doesn't like that, but we will still call her. He was 127 kilos. He's down to 97. He's getting lighter and lighter. Remember, you single women, you come to when Alfred's here for the auction, and you could win a date with him. You know what I hate? When I get feathers up my nose. 113 pounds. How can you be 113 pounds and I'm 160 pounds? He's 6'7". 2.2 pounds to the kilo. Look at our smart pioneers, eh? Alfred, you're all right in my books, my friend. Good guy. And again, we keep working. You guys will have an opportunity to see Alfred live and in person. No way, never again. He's never getting that never again. Is it never again to be that heavy or never again? Maybe he's interested in men. I don't know what he's saying never again to. I think it was never again to women. Oh, I handled yesterday when I was going through them the Olympic Henny bird. Very nice. No way, never again. So I am going to start here momentarily doing some chopping and cooking and see that, guys. For you people who don't understand Dutch, that says wife. I will say since what this would be my third or fourth year knowing Alfred, he's getting a lot better with his English. His English is better, and my Dutch is still the same shit as it always was. There's none there. That's okay. So what do you think? Should we do some chopping and cutting and this morning, or what? Should we make a soup up? What do you guys think? Or do you think we should just scrap it? It's up to you guys. And again, we can still talk about the one loft. Some people say, "Oh, Ryan, you should just do auctions." I like doing auctions. I enjoy selling pigeons. I like doing the tours. That's a lot of fun. I'll have to get that for you, Brian. And I think you're also going to get the one bird. There is a what was it? I can't remember the bird's name. Trump Lightly? Was it? Was it Trump Lightly? I think that one. I think that's the bird. I'd have to go up and check. Again, we'll put our shipping costs for our breeders up. No, I don't need to get a wife to do my cooking. I enjoy cooking. If I got a wife, I would probably do the cooking. Because I'm a cooker in a certain way. Again, Brian, if people are competing again next year, and I might ask, I'm probably going to ask everybody that sends to send always maybe a couple extra or whatever for certain reasons. Let us know, and then we make sure we send you guys the proper crates. That way, when you guys send us our birds, especially the Americans, that you send them back in our crates. I always like our crates the best. Take the dividers out, leave the dividers in. They have feed cups, water cups. Post charges you a little bit more, but they just travel so much better. Good luck, JT, in closing your house. Brian Mansker, thumbs up. What else? What else? What else? Jim, what's up? Oh, he's putting weights in. JZ's off again. Ham and tartar toast casserole dish. Not casserole. What a casserole's like a noodle dish that you bake in the oven, isn't that right, Mom? Yeah, it's all right. Ooh, look at the cat there with the hole in his neck. Oh man, poison's almost gone. I've been thinking about doing a shrimp toast. We've got some frozen shrimp in the freezer, raw shrimp. I don't know when I'm going to make that or if I am going to make it. But again, we got this ham. What do we have? We've had the ham in the fridge for 2 weeks. We're at the end of the ham. And I'm just like, you know what? I find the thing with ham is it's ham. It's good. What do you use it for? What do you do with it? But the soup works good because you got the potatoes, you got the carrots, you got the celery, you got the onions, you got the broth. Thicken it up a little bit. It does have a good taste. It does. It works together well. Also, this coming year, we're going to up the game a bit in the one loft race. I can't stop doing it. I love flying pigeons. I never want to be a guy that sells pigeons and can't fly a pigeon and doesn't know what I'm looking for or doesn't know what I'm doing. That would irritate the shit out of me. You know, it's kind of like when I watch sports, right? When I watch sports on TV and the commentators have played, have it be hockey or soccer or football or baseball or anything. When I watch them do the commentary, or maybe they're not the normally in the commentator's booth there's 2 guys or 3 guys. Normally one guy is professional commentator, and then they have the ex-athletes, I think it works well because I always like to hear the athletes spin on things, what they're thinking. They know what the players are thinking. They know a little bit more. They look in a little deeper, and that's what it's so much more fun, you know. And I think if you just get to just selling or it's not the same. And again, I like going to the places and learning things and listening to these superpowers and some of the techniques and some of the things that they do, from breeding to calling birds to judging whether, hey, is this bird worth keeping or not, to feeding methods, to training methods, to loft line methods, to just even common sense little things about them that they do even in their life. It all works together. So, and you really pick from people. You get a really good, not pick like steal things, but you get to understand how the people think. Then you see how it works in the birds. Is a good thing. Okay, so I think I think we'll do. Now I remember there was a couple races in the U.S. The races were based only on average speed. I think for training next year, we're going to have the hotspot races again. I think we're going to make it a smaller payout. Maybe the first 5 birds, maybe, and then I think in the races, again, I don't know if we should do a 4-race series. I'm not sure. I know 8 races is fun. It's long. I've thought to myself about get them trained up to 100, 125 miles and have that in the training. Then I've thought, okay, let's make a 4-race series, a 200, a 250, a 300, a 350, and then an encore of a 400 or 425. Maybe. So that doesn't have to be, you don't have to participate in that if you want. Again, probably I'd like 4 to 6 weeks of training. And again, it would be the same style of training. We like to train them every day, all the way up from 2 miles right up to 100, maybe in 25. Let's say Berks Falls before we go to race number 1. And in that, we could have a sprint series. Let's see, Mr. Rosedale, what do you have to say? In terms of points awarded, I think it would be interesting to only give, yes, I thought there. That's what I thought as well. The top 10% in points. So that would mean on every race, what do we say here? I think the 10% points. So that would mean, like, let's say we started the first race with 400 birds. That would mean in race 1, the first 40 birds get points, and then it's 10% of every race each bird ships. So on the final race, if only 100 birds go, only the first 10 birds get points. I think that's what you're meaning, correct, Rosedale? Bruce Dickinson, he comes up with something great. Less races will give you more time if there are issues like you experienced this year. And that's another thing. Time is key, I always feel that you need more time. So that's the other reason why this year we had 5 races that were under 160 miles. Yeah. Nice, not needed. I shouldn't say not needed, but not needed. So I think Bruce is right. I'd like again to start racing the first week of September, the last week of August to the first week of September. That way I could bang off the 4 races fairly once a week. I've also thought of another format like the Triple Crown. That race is now gone, but it should never be forgotten. It was a great race. Does anybody know how the real Triple Crown worked? Ron Stenberger. I was lucky to fly in it. I was lucky to be able to win each of the races. I had an ace bird there, which was very good. A child out of Miss San Diego. Rosedale Loft, like your idea about 4 main races and the sprint in between. More, yeah, top 20%. I'd like to do a knockout where maybe you see there's been a knockout competition I felt that there could be done. So like there's a time knockout. So let's say on race number 1, it's a time knockout. Your birds have 60 minutes to make it home. If you're not home within the first bird's 60 minutes. So let's say race 1 was it's 200 miles. And the birds come home in 4 hours. To continue into that knockout, your bird has to clock before the 5th hour. So 1 hour after the first bird. So the bird clocks at 12:01. You have till 1:01 to clock. If you don't clock in that time, you're knocked out. The next race, you have 45 minutes after the first bird to clock. The next race, you have 30 minutes to clock. And the next race, you have 15 minutes to clock. And it's a complete knockout. They do that there in Taiwan. It's a time knockout. I think that's always fun. A lot of birds could get knocked right out. But is it something like they do in Taiwan? Knockout, yes. I've wanted to do that. I've wanted to do a sprint series. And again, if you do the 200, the 250, the 300, and the 350, do you want to keep all the prize money to the final race with the average and the points? Do you want to pay out in the twos, like, maybe small prizes? I don't know. Everyone pays their money to go to every race, yes. I get that. What else was I thinking? I had something else in my brain. Oh, getting back to the Triple Crown. So the Triple Crown race was you train for a month, and train them out to 100 miles. And in 1 week, you do a 100-mile race, let's say on a Monday. You do a 200-mile race on the Wednesday, and you do the 300-mile race on the Sunday. Followed up by 10 days later, you can do an encore of 400 miles or 375 miles. What are your guys' thoughts of that kind of a race? It's totally different. What do you think of those ones, man? We got any coffee left? One thing I liked about the Triple Crown race, it was all done in a week, and you can have a festivity where people can come and you can watch the races. And you can, you can We get 3 races in. That's if people want to come. And the idea is, you're going to have the birds trained well so they can handle that style. I always found Ron did a really good job. I always thought they could have been trained a little bit more, but again, and that was awarded on points. That whole race was worked off of first drop, second drop, third drop. And I would have to go back into my brain and probably talk to a few guys that flew the Triple Crown numerous times to get the points right. 1 race per week, that is sufficient, in my opinion, yes. Again, the Triple Crown was a totally different race, and you have to be the type of guy that was willing to play like that, and that's why there was only 1 of them. I'm that guy that loves that kind of race. I wish it was still around. I'd be in it. And Ron just did it so well. If knockout, all birds have a chance to get back in the next race. So you have a knockout in each race. Well, yeah. You see, in Taiwan, what they'll do is they sold bands, right? So they sold, like, let's say, a $25 ring. And they'll have 6,000 birds in that division. And they say, okay, the birds have this time to do it in. In some races, the 6,000 birds, you only got like 50 birds that come in, or 7 birds, or 12 birds, or 80 birds, or 200 birds. And then you go to the next race, and the whole competition is to see who can make it to the end. Again, what's that for? Oh, tea. If everyone gets knocked out, I don't know what you do at that point. Maybe you have a one and done knockout where everyone has, can put a bird back in, and you start it up again. Maybe you do that. That's a good point, Peeves. And this is the whole thing. When you design a race, you take everyone's thoughts in, but you're, like Tracy says, you're still going to be an asshole. You're not going to get it right. If you take, for instance, this year's High Point Pigeons, between the master breeder and the other one, when you look at all 13, that was a pigeon that did it from 2 miles to 318 miles. It collected points like a beast. Like a beast. I do like the 10% or 20% points. I think that's something I'll implement in. I think if you implemented that in, I do like 4 race series. I like a 200, a 250, a 300, and a 350. I like that. No, the Maddie band number. Okay, so the bird Maddie, that bird was originally sent to Ken Lavoie from Songer, Jerry Songer. He had the AU bands, whatever it was, whatever the number was, big long number. So those birds came in from the U.S. Everything fine. 2 of them didn't make it. Again, as you guys know, we had a little bit of sickness. So 2 of them didn't make it. And Bill Wema was generous enough to breed Ken Lavoie a replacement. And the bird kept the same name. We didn't change the names of the birds. We didn't change the names, or we didn't change the colors. And you see that on Ricky's Twisted Sister. There's no whites. So Maddie, when Bill brought Maddie to replace the Jerry Soninger bird, it got switched on Benzing, the proper system, the one you have to do. Switched it, chipped it, put the ring on it. But for some reason on Win Companion, the site that you guys see, it didn't switch. The AU band stayed there, and I don't know how, but it stayed there. And I guess because the bird was a good bird, but I didn't notice it. Until the end. I said, "Whoa." I looked there and I said, "It's AU bird," but I said, "Maddie's a checker," and I said, "Stillinger birds are all blues." Sure enough, I looked. Yeah, it was 2770, I believe. And when you go on Benzing, it says 2007 or 2077. I think that's the number. And I said to Ken, I mean, we can print off every trainer, every race. You can watch every show. And that's Maddie. It's right there. Again, a human glitch. And that's the problem running two softwares, Benzing and Win Companion. Now, North Americans are used to Win Companion. That's why we keep Win Companion. Would I like to just go on Benzing? I would. It's a little bit better. I think it's different. It's fun. I think build up in the four races. I like the four races. I like 4 weeks of racing. I like the prime birds that way. Yeah, yes. And Troy, Benzing is a lot better, and I agree with you. The problem I have is people don't go to the Benzing, and then they start because they're so used to Win Companion. Troy, I 155%. You can see the basketing list. I agree there. That's another thing that's just rubbish to me. I don't know how to get it on there. So maybe next year we're just gonna go with Benzing. I don't like not going on Win Companion, but again, when you pay 500 euros to be on Benzing and you pay 500 US to go on Win Companion, you're talking like 1,200. Actually, shit, I'm not gonna lie. You're talking like by the time you do the conversion, you're talking $1,600 to go on two sites. And the problem is, you have to enter the information in, and sometimes it's screwed up. You'll enter the information in and it accepts it. Sometimes you enter the information and it won't accept it. How Maddie didn't get rejected is beyond me, but it did. Post the Benzing link. End of story. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. We'll post the Benzing link. End of story. Again, these are all things we talk about. Yes, I agree. And again, guys, it kind of got screwed up. Leah was a little bit busy with personal things. That was you know, it was kind of out of my control. The pickbird wasn't the same. It's easier to go with one system, yes, I know, but you want people to see your race, so you're trying to promote and whatever. But maybe it'll just be a Benzing system next year. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. heavyweights, but all good ideas. I think a build up. I think a build up of a 3 race or a 4 race series is kind of nice. And again, training would start roughly the same thing. The last week of July, we start training, and we train up. And instead of doing a hot spot, we'd do a sprint series that you guys would buy in. And then the main races would be, a 200, 250, 300, 350 every 7 days, roughly. That's how it would work. I think I like the feel of that. You can have a knockout race in the different races, then offer for winner take all at the end of the season for different. But how do you do a knockout? How do you do a knockout? Like, okay, now hear me out, Peeves. So this is what I'm saying. So let's say on race number 1, I'm going to throw this out as a knockout competition, as an idea per race. So let's say we look at the weather and I say, okay, and I'm playing, one person has to do it. So I'm going to play God. Tomorrow's race looks like the bird should take 4 hours. Let's just say 200 miles, 4 hours. Birds are going to do 50 miles an hour. We are going to give 15 minutes. Hold on. So I say the bird should take 4 hours. The birds have should take 4 hours to 4 hours and 15 minutes. Any of those birds that clock in that time, they win the pot. So let's say the pot is $1,000. Let's say in the knockout competition, 20 birds come in. They divide it up. Let's say maybe not 20, maybe 2 come in that time that are in the knockout. They win. Let's say if no birds come in that time, the pot carries over. Is that what you're saying, Peevler? So we make like a time slot. Could do a winner. Could do a winner and a loser knockout. Top bird from knockout and winners from knockout compete in the final race. You could do that. Again, if you have ideas and you can put it down so it's easy enough to understand without getting too complicated. This is the other thing. The more things you put up, sometimes the more complicated it gets. Again, pick birds at $10. Remember, everything that we do as well, it takes time to post up. So if we got to put the dots in, if we have certain things we got to do, it's manpower to do it. So we always have to take a cut. It has to be. And I don't want to overdo it for people. I mean, what's a good buy-in? Is it a $25 buy-in? Is it a $10 buy-in? Is it a $50 buy-in? Okay, so hold on. Now see, Troy, I gotta read this again because my slow, keep it simple. So the format you just explained for the knockout is better X amount of pigeons in X amount of time. Okay, so we like that. What do you guys think? If you like what Troy said, type Troy 3 times. So Troy, 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 if you like that idea. Again, a master knockout would be exactly like I said in the 4 races. The first race, you have an hour. The second race, you have 45. The third race, you have 30. The fourth race, you have 15. That's kind of the same. But I mean, again, that's a master of 4 races. You cannot do a time slot with whether cannot play good, play God. Well, you know, if it's clear skies, if it's a tougher game, maybe you give a 30-minute window. And this is the thing, playing God that's the tricky part, right? This year, I think I predicted every race to what I thought, except for the final. The final I thought was going to be just over 8 hours, and it was just under 8 hours. But we can say on each race, I don't know. Well, you just have to see the birds that clock in the first 15 minutes. And it is 15 minutes the time. Is it 10 minutes the time? Is it half an hour the right time? Is it 100 meters? Maybe it's the birds that clock in the first 100 meters or 100 yards, whatever it is. And again, on a fast race, you could pay, if the pot's $2,000 and all the birds clock, everyone could just get all their money back. I think per race is good. I think over 4 races could be better if you do like I said, first bird clocks, the birds in the time, they have an hour to finish. And then the next race, the first bird's clock, they have 45 minutes. And then the next race, the first bird's clock, you have 15 minutes. And it doesn't work on the first bird in the knockout that clocks. It's the first bird that clocks to open the clocking up. And again, if you do these competitions, it's a lot more work for Leah and myself. But you guys got to participate. And then it's the buy-in. What's the right buy-in? If you do a sprint series, you do a time knockout, you do pick birds. Again, this works if you people participate. And I know money is tight and things are tight and this, that, and the other thing. What's the right number? Because it's all about having fun and getting people to participate and getting some prize money in there. As I say, it's got to be good for everyone. I've even thought next year for training. See, the prior years we trained in groups, so people were winning. People couldn't judge the birds against the group. This year we went, everyone goes up together, and birds like Prince and Fergus, they scared people away, and understandably they were very good trappers. Ryan, that's another way. 45 minutes for the first race. Each race decrease the time. Yeah. See, the thing I think about when you take a look at each race, you deduct 15 minutes from the first bird clocks. You're not playing God, as Les Gerard said. I like a spring series. I like that. I like a spring series. I like this time challenge. I do like that. And the pick birds. I mean, do you want the pick birds or do you want to eliminate the pick birds? Would you rather eliminate pick birds and do more challenges? Like more challenges like your time challenge or stuff like that? That's the question. I should be cooking while I'm doing this shit, eh? That's the thing. When I watch birds like Fergus and Prince and not Phaser, Rick Fife's bird. What was his name? The mealy he had. Those birds that trapped always hard up front. They kind of take steam out of the sail of people because people got scared of them. Yeah, I get Facebook and go from there. And again, guys, um, we might have in the next couple of weeks a show where we'll run out a few ideas. Problem is, I get people steal the ideas and whatever, but I'm not going to complain about that. That's fine. Remember, it's not what you do; it's how you do it. This year, when our birds come in from day one, they're going to be chipped. That way, we can monitor colors because we're going to have pads always in the lofts. So birds will be able to be inventoried every day. You just put the clock on every morning, just let it run throughout the day. That's going to be good. This year coming, we're not going to darken. There's a new product that I'm going to use. I've talked to my friends in England. I'm going to have him on in a show, Darren May. Product that I think we're going to try, switch to. I've heard about it in the past. Darren confirmed it for me. So I'm going to get in touch with him. We're going to set the lofts up, hopefully, with this. You like how you do it now? Always remember, Mike, I got to make some adjustments. I do. I think I missed this year the sprint series. I know the hot spots were great. I missed the sprint series. I think for those small races, we could keep more of the money for the finals if we made a buy-in for the sprint series. Every year we did 125 a bird, and that gave you 4 sprint series races. We kept 25, and $25 went to each race. Do you guys like that? Is that a good price point for a sprint series? 4 short races. So, and we could say, what are the 4 short races? We could say, we could say a Brecon, 2 Gravenhursts, and a Berks Falls. So you would have a 50, 2 80s, or you could do a 50, an 80, a 90, and a 113 for the sprint. Just write the race plans and stick to it, yes. Again, always in these races, you have to remember, you have to be able to be a little bit flexible. This year we had to condense it. It worked out. We had to condense it. That's why I want to eliminate some of the the short races, and even the sprint series could be a 250s, an 80, and 100. And then we step them right out. From there, the birds are always ready. Our birds, I know when our birds were at Berks Falls, they were ready to go to 250. I could feel it in them. So I'm not worried about getting them ready. Lights in the loft, seen the video. This is a different lighting system. Again, I have to get Darren May on. We're going to get him on. Again, we normally stick to our plans. We've run this 3 years. 2 years, we stuck to the original plan the whole way through. This year, we had to make an adjustment, and we're going to push it again back. So we're not going to. I'm not starting to race birds in August. I'm going to race birds in September. I like it better. I like the weather better. I think you got more chance of some headwinds. It's good. What about a sprint series being like a weekly key ram? So what you're saying, and so what you're saying is that would be 4 sprint series. That would be like Bracebridge, 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 Bracebridge. 70 miles, either a Wednesday or a Thursday of the week. Yeah, let's hope the avian flu doesn't delay us next year as well. Oh, yeah, May showed the video. Oh, you're talking about the May. Ah, very good. Yes, you're on point. Yeah, so again, you know what I'm going to do while I'm sitting here talking? I got a little bit of juice left in the old systems of batteries. We can start cooking, I guess. Shall we? Oh. Ooh. Again, your comments, even 100 mile per week. Yeah, the problem with the 100 miles per week, the only problem with the 100 miles per week is this. If you're doing 100 miles per week and you got to race a 200 on Saturday, the next week you're racing a 200 on whatchamacallit, a 250 the next week, a 350 the next week. That's a lot of mileage to throw at those pigeons. Remember, guys, Quievrain for some guys was only 25 miles. Quievrain for some guys was only 50 miles. Quievrain for some guys is only 100 and 100 miles. So those guys that were flying Quievrain, a lot of the time, that's what they were flying the whole year. They were flying it on a Wednesday and a Saturday, or a Wednesday and a Sunday, Wednesday and a Sunday, Wednesday and a Sunday. So it becomes, that's the series. They prime the birds for that. I think the sprint series should be done before the main 4 races. That way, if I feel, hey, these birds need to take some time, slow down, take some time, we're okay, right? We have that opportunity. If we pound them and pound them and pound them and pound them, you're going to burn the candle from both ends. And we did that a little bit this year. We did it a little bit this year. And what do I mean a little bit? We flew a lot. We flew in, I think, 15 days or 16 days. We flew 5 races or 4 or 5 races. That's a lot to ask on pigeons. And pigeons, you can take them to the well so many times before the well says, hey, I can't get any more water out. I need a little bit of a break. I could feel my birds that were molting, they had that problem. That's why once the birds got to twice a week or once a week, I could start to regain myself. But again, holy fuck, look at this onion. Forget this. Just take this off, the chicken will eat it. You know? Like, we're going to do 2 onions in this. Again, that's just my thought. That's why, and the other thing is, yeah, I understand, Mr. Wood. I'm going to call you. I don't have an answer yet for you, Dave. I don't have an answer. I'm on the show. I don't have an answer for you. When I have an answer, I'm going to let you know. Okay? I'm not ignoring you. When I start something, guys, I finish what I start, okay? Oops, I forgot to cut the ends off. One thing you'll always know about me. What I start, I like to finish. I don't like to bring side deals in. Side deals create headaches. That's me. Ooh, that one come off nice. It's funny. How can I call somebody when I'm on a show? And if I haven't called you, it means I don't have an answer. Again, for this soup here, rustic is good. I'm not a big, I don't mind a little bit more chunks of onion in mine, this size, when I do it. This soup, guys, is always better the second day. It really is. I don't know why. It just naturally thickens. They say you're supposed to use a bit of cream. I skip the cream. I skip, and go from there. The other thing is when you rough chop the onions, you get a little bit different sizes. So you get a different, this is a very poor man's soup. But you get different size of onions, which is nice. It gives you a different consistency a little bit, which in my opinion is good. Happy birthday, Tracy. Yes, I don't want to forget. Good morning, Bill Robertson. Bill, we gave your birds to Mr. Tavares. So hopefully Derek gave you your bird. I want to thank you for participating, Bill. I always like Bill. He's a hell of a nice guy. Got the heart of a lion. He really does. We got some carrots here. Are they getting soft a bit? I don't know. We got to get our carrots and celery in, so let's do this now. We got to get the right pot for the job. I'm going to go. We got to get the right pot going here, guys. And today I guess we're going with this one. All right, let's get her on the fire. Turn her on. They always say, guys, brown your butter. So let's go over here to the brown your butter station. See, maybe I can put that there so you guys can see. Rosedale Loft says, birds were definitely tested this year. I like testing the birds. But if a lot of races don't do the same testing as me, and you guys fly a lot of the different races, you're bringing birds that may have a bit too hard of the test might be too hard. Not knocking. Again, guys, what's the secret here? Don't be chintzy on your butter. Nice dollop of butter, okay? Nice dollop of butter. Don't be shy with the butter. Butter is your friend. Melt her down. And it says with this dish, you brown your butter. Don't be afraid, brown your butter. Brown butter is not burnt butter. It's brown butter. We got her to medium. Medium heat. Let's get back over here. Let's do some peeling. When can we discuss? Dave, when I have the answer, I'm going to discuss it with you. As of right now, I don't have an answer. Okay? Like I said, what I start, I like to finish. That's a me thing. Yesterday, we went through 200 imports. I was busy all day. That's the truth. Now, in this soup, I do like cutting my carrots a little finer, and I like cutting my celery a little finer. But again, this is a me thing. Do you have to peel them? No. Do I recommend you peel them? I don't care. The people in my village here, they like it peeled. Number one reason, the chickens like the peels. So I'm doing this for vitamins for the chickens. Now again, you could put all this in a pot of water, all the calls, boil it up, and give the water to your pigeons. There you go. Remember, guys, boiling up water and making a mirepoix, I think this is called. Your pigeons are going to get vitamins. Look at the rot in the carrot here. Well, that carrot there we're not going to use. We got the black bits. That's all right. We will just chop that up for the chickens. That one. We're going to take half of that off. We'll give that to the chickens as well. We're browning our butter. Again, we don't want to burn the butter. If you burn the butter, you are F-U-C-K because you got to pour it out. Not browned yet. Let's get some lights running. Butter is not browned. Ooh. But we are working on it. Once I get this rolling, I think that's all I'm going to roll with for carrots today. How many carrots do we need? What are we, rabbits? No. Carrot, carrot, carrot. Carrot. I'm just browning it, Mom. Again. Woo! There's one set of carrots. When that butter is brown, we move on to the next step, which then we cook the onions. And again, chopping is easy. I'm not a professional chopper, never said I was. Don't plan to be ever a professional. There we go. Is the butter brown yet, Mom, or no? You see those carrots are chopping up. Murph loves the chair. Guys, we got a Chihuahua. He got burnt. This little baby from Bacon Fat. And again. Let's check if our butter is brown. If the butter is brown, it's time to put your onions in. If the butter is not brown, you're not ready yet. What other comments do we have? I would appreciate you to complete. I think that may be a situation to make it an accept. Now, Dave wants to talk about this shit on here. Dave, this isn't a quarantine show, okay? So I'm not talking about it on here. I am nice, but again, this isn't a show for quarantine. It really is not. Patience, I always say, Mom, patience is key in life, eh? Those who are patient, it will work. Now again, if you want to do a rough chop, you can. Go back through them. You don't have to, but you can. A lot of carrot there, folks. A lot of carrot. Butter is brown now. You see it? We're going to you get a little leaf in there, don't worry. It's going to add. When it sticks to the roof of your mouth, it'll be like deer fat. Don't worry. Let's peel that off. One thing I always like to add with my onions, and you guys will see, is I do like to hit some salt. That's out. A little bit of, we're at the end of the pepper here. And I like to bring this on to about a medium heat. And we go back over to the Enchanted Kitchen over here. Mom, you doing cheese sandwich today? Carrots are done. All a little bit of different sizes. Some finely are chopped, some not so finely chopped. But pretty much everything breaks down the same way. We're going with stalks of celery. We're going to go with 2. Who doesn't love celery, guys? Celery and peanut butter? Yes, please. Celery cheese whiz? Yes, please. Celery is great. It tastes good. It's good for your teeth. It's like a dental floss, but only better. Because the shit you pick out of your teeth, you just eat it anyways. Okay. Let's try her again. Let's see how the chopping is. Celery goes in. Are we going to need 3 heads of celery? I don't know. Let's get back to the race. What's going on? Rosedale, just to back Ryan up, quarantine and import of experience. Yeah. Take a look. Rosedale waited over a year to get birds. And they weren't from us, from a different quarantine. Guys, It depends on where the birds come from in the world. Sometimes it's longer than others. When you are patient, good things come to you, okay? When you are crazy and demanding and say, give me the quarantine number, give me this, give me that, I'm going to do it on my own. You know what? Let's finish what we start before we jump and tuck tail and run. And I'm sorry. I'm an asshole. I'll tell you I'm an asshole. Let's call the breeder where I bought the birds and complain to him every week. So the breeder now doesn't want to deal with you anymore. Doesn't want you to auction the birds because you kept calling and rag. Don't rag. Don't bitch. Don't whine. Don't complain. You know what? You know what you do? You be patient. You be patient. Patience is key. I have birds in Europe that are my own that I purchased. I have to be patient. I brought other people's birds over before mine even got here. Again, now you want to get these down to a translucent color. And you have to understand frustration. Life is frustrating, guys. You know, I want to get down to 200 pounds. I'm 260. I can want it all as badly as I want. But what do I got to do? I got to be patient and wait and do the proper steps and wait and hope to God that I can be patient enough to lose the weight. I told people the birds would be here, and under the year, they'll be there. Under a year. But be patient. Instead, push until the end. Push until the end. Call the breeder until the end. At the end of the day, it doesn't go no quicker. The onions, I think they're translucent now. We're going to go back over here. Mom, you want to grab the ham out for me? Let's go and take a look-see-poos. See that nice color? And you still got butter in the bottom. Next, we're going to add the ham in. And again, guys, it's just equal parts of equal parts of equal parts. We're at the end of the bone here, man. We're at the end of the bone. We're going to be some fatty parts, everything else parts, fun parts, skinny parts, shitty parts, lovely parts. We got any of that garlic still in the fridge, or is it all gone? The stuff before we get into the new stuff. Let's take a look at our little buddy here, also known as Thunder Murph. He enjoys sitting here on the chair. His favorite thing is cheese. Oh, maybe it's gone, or I think it was in the back. Again, normally the garlic as well, guys. I don't put the garlic in with the onions. Are they translucent enough, Mom? I give them a quick smash. Or just a rough chop. They basically disintegrate in there. Put that in. Now let's get in here to the cooking. Let's go. Let's go. Now, again, we're going to cook this down. Get yourself on a medium heat. Keep the heat medium. You got to reduce this stuff. Now we get to the ham. This is the greasy part. If you have questions, comments about next year's race, do you want me to quit? Should we not do one-off racing anymore? Should we just pack it in? Put your comments in. Woo! Here we go. They always say, where does the best meat come off of? The bone. Should be using a boning knife for this, shouldn't I? The odd piece of fat, well, hey, the pieces of fat we're going to pull off. We got some nice pieces there. Some good pieces there. Give her a stir, Mom. It's okay. You got a reducer, man. Again, when I cook here in the kitchen with my mother, we sometimes see things not in the same eyes. I am all about getting her done, and she's all about a lower heat. I like high heat. I'm a high heat kind of person. She does make some good food, I will say. We don't have much ham here, Mom. This knife's going to have to go into the sharpening rack here. Oops, I coughed on the food. Don't worry. For those of you who are going to eat it, you're going to deal with my bacterial issues. Oh, yeah, look at that, eh? That's Flavor Town right there, as old Guy Fieri would say. You know, Guy? Who knows Guy? He's rolling on out. I did like his restaurant in Vegas, I'm not going to lie. I did like his restaurant in Vegas. Okay. I think we cut her off. Oh, no. Look at that nice little knuckle of love, eh? Now, again, guys, if you do get a bit of the fattier pieces, okay, and you chop and chop and chop her down, when she gets into the stew, she dissolves a bit. So you can't be afraid. Just get in there. Rose, people aren't commenting. People got to be upset, pissed off, annoyed, who knows? Let's see what else we got here for meat we can use. That's pretty cut down good. So that's cut. So let's get you in. Get you in, yeah. Are there any more little pieces here we can put together? Let's see what we got here. Oh, the hell with it. Let's put her all in, even the fatty pieces. She's not here now. What she don't see won't hurt her. Oh, that's a bit fat. Bit of fat, bit of fat, bit of fat. That ham we paid, I think, $10 for. It fed pigeon men. I made multiple soups out of it. You see what I'm saying? Try not to waste. And we give the cats the bones. If I give the dogs the ham, they get the squirts. Now, I can give them a bit of ham, the dogs. Now, once those vegetables are coming down, which they are, I told her again, leave it up to heat. She don't listen. Next, we start on the potatoes. We still rolling, guys. We still rolling. Waste not, want not, as Rosedale says, yes. Oh, yeah, it's reducing good. It's reducing good. Turn it up a bit more. Guys, again, I like to get it up a bit. So there we go. There's that. Now we're going to get to the old potatoes. So our ham. Okay, we're going to take the ham now. Let's get the ham in. Just dump that in. Don't be shy. Get her in there. Get her marrying, man. She all got to marry. Marry, quite contrary. What makes your flowers grow? Stir it up. Because the ham, going to release a bit of salt, and you start to render down any of the fatty bits. She's taking form now, folks. She's taking form now. We're into low battery mode. We should have this done by the time this battery mode is done. Okay. How many potatoes we want to use? Let's think about it. Let's talk about it. Let's keep rolling. We're going to go with, I'm going to go with 3 potatoes today. Okay. We're not going to use this bowl anymore. 3 potatoes, just like that. You got to wash a bit of the starch off the potato, okay? You don't need to take a shit ton out, just a little bit. Get your potato peeler. Peel, rough peel, rough peel, rough peel, rough peel. Guys, if there's a little blemish in your potato, just peel it off. You don't have to worry. And if I wasn't making this for my mom, I probably wouldn't even peel it. Again, we're not reinventing a wheel. The poor people like us, we would eat the peels, but we're going to use this for the chickens, okay? Chickens love it, so we're going to give it to them. I'm going to peel this potato, go over, stir our veg. So hold on. We have that ham, and you start to smell the ham. You can start to smell the fat. Everything's starting to marry. Again, even if you wanted, you could put the bone in for a little extra flavor. What if you made a 4-race series open to other flyers? Yes, we did that in season 1. I have no problems doing that. Maybe we will do that. Again, I like other people participating. I think it's fun when people participate. And again, guys, I say it to you time and time again. If you are participating in other one-off races in our area and you want them to fly against us, why don't you let them know? Say, hey, I would love to fly your race, the Pioneer race, the Salem race, the Dutch Touch race, the Niagara race, and whatever other pretend race that's coming up, or new race that's coming up. And I say pretend race because I don't know if there is another race or if there is another name, but any race. Guys, I have challenged every race around. I allow people to come and participate. I've asked nicely. There we go. Now, guys, for your potatoes, okay? Always the first potato is a little bit. Not yet, Mom. Okay, did you turn it down a bit? We got the ham in there. We got everything going. Again, we're going to get our liquid in here in about 2 minutes, guys. But the next part of this stew, it's a magical part. It's the part that separates your stews from your soups, from your gravies. Those grapes are great, aren't they? Yeah. I might come in and bring Murphy and visit you at work today. Well, you never know, eh? No? Again, make this one for your significant other. If they don't like ham, make it for them. If they like ham, make it for them. If you don't like ham, make it for yourself. Again, potatoes, man, just rough chopping. Just rough. Just roughing it. That dog, you hear that dog? Woo. Almost nicked myself. Here we go. Woo. If I was going to like a wedding, I would bring this soup. If I was going to a bar mitzvah, I'd probably bring this soup. If I was going to like a graduation, probably I'd bring this soup. In the summertime when she's 155 degrees, I'm rough chopping her today. Here we go. We're almost ready, guys, for the broth. We're almost ready. Again, potatoes, a few different sizes. Some big ones, some small ones. The onions, some big ones, some small ones. Some carrots, some big ones, some small ones. Dekai, you are shipping birds out in the future. Yes, your birds, Dekai, your one-lot birds, and your auction birds will be shipped to you at the same time. Again, we've done videos of all the imports. Now we are going to do one quick little move that I've done both times for this soup. Is this. Okay, so you're going to take your potatoes, okay, guys? Let's not be shy. Let's not be afraid. You're going to give them a starch wash. Okay? Same time, kids. You're coming over here. You're going to make a nice little well here in the middle. Oh, and you got all that nice bacon fat. You're going to add, I don't know, one of these of flour, just a little bit of flour. Okay, you're going to mix it around. I want you to mix her. Get her coated with the flour. Get her in there. You don't need too much flour. Just need a bit. You're not going to taste the flour, guys. What you will taste is the flavor from the flour. Again, this isn't regular flour. The garlic's already been added to kind. Don't worry, my brother. You're going to just stir this in a little bit. Now, this is what she's looking like. She's looking like, probably I'm going to go to Decines and see it on the menu. What did I just do here? Oops. Took her off. Let's get her back on. Next, we're going to come in. What do we got here for broth, Mom? You're going to add just a little bit here. Just a little bit. And stir. Get all the flavors married and coated. And what I like to do, see, she's getting pasty, gummy, gooey. I'm going to come at it with another one of these. These things are brutal on here, eh? Put these seals on it because the kids, you know what the kids do? Kids go to the store and they open up the broth just to drink straight broth. What is this? Chicken? We're going with chicken broth. We're going to make her happy. Get your broth in there. Get your broth rolling. Give her a stir again. And again, now you want to bring her up. Let's get her cooking here. Potatoes still aren't ready to go in, but we're getting happy now. The land of the soup is coming. Mom, you want to give me a big cup of water? Or you want me to use more broth? Yeah, give me I'm going to do 2 of those of water. Hold on, guys. We're going to keep stirring, keep waiting. Garlic is good, yes. I'm going to do 2 of these. So we're going to go 2 cups of water. Even maybe 3 if you want. Bring this up. Would I ever boil something over on you, Mom? There you go. That's all the liquid you need. Now, again, you always taste for salt towards the end. Now, reminder, guys, you have a lot of potato going into this. And what can potato take? Potato can take the salt. We're going to go again, a little bit more pepper. Give it a mixy mix. And I know for a fact, I'm going to give her just a pinch more of salt. I want those potatoes to be nice, to have good flavor. We're going to bring that up to a boil here. Once we get her up, our potatoes are going to go in. Let's go over here and take a look at this. Murph, you with me, bud? Starched on the potatoes, cold water. If you have a little potatoes are ready to roll, man. Again, different sizes. Oh, that guy there. How did I miss you? Break you down. We're almost done. Other local flyers use short series for training and conditioning of their own birds for their own clubs. Yeah, the problem is a lot of the clubs around here, the guys don't want to participate. As I say, they don't like to give me the steam off their you-know-what. Stir that around. Almost ready for the potatoes. Once she starts to boil, we'll get the potatoes in. Then you bring her down to, what do we call it, a low simmer, Mom? And you give it about 55 minutes. Hey, you want to add a little bit of paprika, you can do that. Did that the last time. I thought paprika was a nice hit. It gives it a smoky taste. If you want a bit of spice, you can add a bit of spice. I don't think it needs it really. I think it's nice and rich and creamy and good. I like the other pot better, Mom? But we didn't waste it. Put these potatoes in. Put her on low. And we're going to walk away. And again, it's pretty much the same. Equal parts of everything. If you're not a carrot fan, don't put carrots, but I would. Just about boiling now. Could I use maybe a few more potatoes? Maybe. Marry up the flavors. Again, you might get the odd fatty piece like that. That's the piece I'm going to eat. And you let this go for about an hour on low, and you're good to go. Simmer, that's right, low. What do we got? Some questions here. Let's rotate back to me. Based on racing costs and fuel, next year I'm going to charge nobody to race with us any money. How would that be? Or a buck a bird, $2 a bird per race? I don't know. For our locals, for outsiders, the guys who want to participate. What do you want me to do? I can give it to them. You want to watch this, Rosedale? You want me to give it to them all for free and see how many people participate for local guys in our area? Well, the rate of gas is going up every day. Mom's 100% right. I should give it to them for free and let's see how many participate. So if you're a guy in our local area and you want to fly pigeons, young birds, you want a 200 mile, a 250, a 300, a 350, you want those races, I'll give it to you for free. Let's see how many people message me on it. So you've seen the soup. I'm going to cook it now. It's what, 12:30? I'm going to cook it till 1:30. From 1:30, I'm going to shut it off and just let it cool. And by the time dinner's ready tonight, she'll thicken up a bit more. We tried to do the money rings last year. Troy, we'll have the breakdown for you. So we'll get you. I got to pay you and Frank out. They'd be foolish to turn down an offer like that. I'll do it. I'm crazy enough. I am crazy enough to do it. But, okay. Hey, we've been on for 2 hours. We talked. Again, guys, think of some ideas for the up-and-coming season. And I just want to say I'm Ryan from the Pioneer. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.